and I still get a little backfire. Now, once you get the torque back up, it does okay.
Is it turbocharged?
No, this one's not.
Oh, it's not. Naturally aspirated engines with hydrogen have some inherent flaws. I mean, there's no way getting around it. But with turbo boosting, definitely, will probably eliminate those.
For gas, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, I think I like to use this word every now and then, stoichiometric.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
PhD has to use a word like that every now and then. The fuel-air ratio for gas, I think, is 14.5 to 1. For hydrogen, it's 35 to 1. So if you use a pure hydrogen engine, then you either need a turbocharger or a, what's the other, supercharger? Supercharger. I went to a conference last year, Robert Napkin of a Ford Motor, which is the big hydrogen man with Ford. They've been going back and forth themselves as to whether to use a supercharger or turbocharger. And quite frankly, I forgot which one they decided on because there wasn't that much difference anyway. Now, I've had that to sell now at a performance place in Nashville for 6 months. Had it at another place for 6 months. He thinks they got it figured out, but I don't have the car back yet. So that is the issue with pure hydrogen. Now, we built another vehicle now, and I wish you could see that. This thing's nice. It's our vehicle that runs off nothing but sun and water. Now let me tell you how I do that. I do not put water in the gas tank. Please understand that. Okay. But while we do have a system at the university, here's how we run engines completely off sun and water. Now again, you may not like this system, but this is what works for me. First of all, we start with a 10 kW solar unit. It's attached to our building. Now again, I'm not going to tell you this stuff is economical. My philosophy is this. It's kind of like the Wright brothers flying that first airplane. By gosh, do it.
That's right.
And then somebody will make it better.
That's right.
And I'm not going to tell you my system is there, but by God, if I can do it, then it's just like the Model T. Mm-hmm. It'll get better and better. That airplane of the Wright brothers is not worth anything to anybody except the Smithsonian. But by gosh, they did it.
That's it.
11 seconds.
And that's what I'm doing. It's showing you a system to run engines completely off sun and water. Now, how do we do it? We take the solar unit and we run it into the grid line. TVA, that's the big utility for the Southeast, has a program called the Green Power Switch program. So everything that we produce with the solar, it's metered in the grid line. Now, when I got this unit, I told the person, I said, I want to charge directly. I want to run the electrolysis unit directly. And he said, run it through the grid line. I said, I don't want to run it through the grid line. I want to charge it directly. He said, no, you can still do it. I said, okay, I'm open-minded, talk to me. Well, I finally got it. It works like the banking system. You get your check on Friday.
Oh, okay.
You get your check on Friday, or you put whatever $500 in. It goes in the same pot as everything else. But when you take it out, you still got the same amount. Now, admittedly, my solar is in the same pot as the hydropower, as the nuclear power, as the wind power, or whatever. So I just do a million, billionth, trillionth as much as they do. Now, when I charge my electric truck, I hook it up to a meter, and I meter everything I use. Now, when I run the vehicle I get to in a minute off of hydrogen, we have an electrolysis unit that comes from Proton Energy out of Waterford, Connecticut. It produces 40 cubic foot per hour. So then that hydrogen unit is run by the electric that come from the sun.
What did you call that? Proton energy?
Proton.
Protron.
Yeah, just like that. There's a coffee cup back there. My mouth is so dry I can't talk, but somebody bring me that. It's next to a black
Right
notebook.
there, sir. Ice cold water.
Oh, good.
There we go. Like compliment.
That'll work. Excuse me now. Sorry about that. So when the electricity then is in the grid line, we're just pulling it out like writing a check. Now, I'm here today. I'm not in the building that much. This research is in addition. My main job is I teach future agriculture teachers. For me, at the FFA organization, I teach those future teachers. I have only used 7,000 kilowatts, but I produced 62. So I've got 55,000 kilowatts in the bank. If I'd have done it my way, I'd have lost the extra efficiency of that solar unit. Now, so when we run the electrolysis unit then, it comes out at 200 pounds of pressure. Well, when I first got the electrolysis unit, I wanted to go with a metal hydride tank. That's solidified hydrogen. And that's manganese, iron, and I forgot the other one. It's been so long since I mentioned this part. So what happens is your gaseous hydrogen turns into solidified hydrogen. So when I got ready to order that from Ovonic, they said they hadn't been DOT approved. So that shut me down for a year or two, because my budget was only $18,000 a year to do all this stuff, thanks to Tractor Supply Company. We had to go with another system. So the hydrogen come out then at 200 pounds of pressure. Then we go into two 500-gallon propane tanks and fill those up with 200 pounds of pressure. Well, obviously, two 500-gallon propane tanks won't go in a car.
No.
So we then got another compressor that's run by two regular compressors you get out of a hardware store, and we take that hydrogen at 200 pounds up to 6,500 pounds, and we put them in these carbon-wrapped tanks. We got them out of Calgary, Canada. I forget the name of the company right now. But anyway, and they hold 5,000 PSIs, which is 4.2 kilograms. Now, I don't mean anything to you or me, except that equals 1 kilogram of hydrogen equals to a gallon of gas. So then, this Tercel we have two of these tanks that holds the 8 gallon of gas, or 8 kilograms. So that's how we then run it off the hydrogen and sun and water. Now, the new vehicle that we built from scratch, I got a 22 horsepower Daihatsu engine from Polar Power out of California, and we converted it to run off hydrogen. It has a generator set on the engine of it.